This video is a foundation masterclass on Claude Code. If you are someone who is starting out Claude Code, this video is a gold mine for you. Because in today's video, we are going to learn how you can start using Claude Code in your workflow. We are going to build a real project. Yes, we are going to build a same project which is a startup of a very famous Indian YouTuber called Guru Rati AI Fista, and also a very known YouTuber Theo have this startup called T3 Chat, and both do the same thing. They are AI aggregator, means using them you can access all of the AI models. As you can see here, if you ask as one simple question, you will get a lot of response from all other AI tools, including ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, Claude, and all other AI tools. So they are called AI aggregators. Means by using one platform, you can use all of the AI tools. And today we are going to start that project. We are going to build this entire project in this series, but in today's video we are going to start that project. If you watch this video till the end, I can bet on it that you will learn a lot about Claude Code. So I'm going to use Claude Code Terminal. If you want to use any other GUI and if you have not installed Claude Code yet, go and check out my recent video. I have explained all the things you need to install Claude Code, the pricing you should select, and all other things which you should know before start using Claude Code. The first thing we need to start using Claude Code is a ID. Why a ID when we are going to use Claude Code in terminal? Because in a ID you can see the code, and when you can see the code, it's way easier to understand what AI agent is doing. So I highly recommend to go and download this IDE. So once VS Code is installed, it will look like this. By clicking here, you can open a folder in which you want to create your project. Now, as I said you before, we are going to use Claude Code in terminal. So I will click on this top right button and it will open terminal for me. If you want, you can also click Ctrl J and it will open it for you. As you can see, I am in the project folder and then YT project. And if I write here Claude will be opened for me here. Sometimes it may ask you to trust this folder, then always say yes and trust the folder. So Claude Code can work here. Now Claude Code is ready for me. Now all the code Claude will write, we can find it here inside the Explorer, and we can see all the files here. I will show you all the files here once we create something. Okay, so now we are going to give our first input to Claude Code. So here you have to write all the inputs you are giving. So I will be ask Claude Code to create a new, and I will hit enter. If you don't know what is Next.js, it is a web framework which is used to create web applications. Now it is asking me to run a particular command. How I know? As you can see, it is showing base command, Next.js create latest app, TypeScript, Tailwind, and all the other stuff to create the Next.js project. And then you can see this command require approval. Why this command require approval? Because we are not running in a bypass permission. Means every time it do something in our system, will ask us for the security reason. In the next upcoming videos of this series, I will show you how you can bypass all of them if you want. But right now I have three options. Either I can say yes, and the second thing I can say yes and don't ask again for npx. Means it will never ask for your permission whenever it's running npx in the future commands. It means you can allow npx in the allow list, that Claude can automatically run npx without your permission. And the third one is saying no, means rejecting Claude Code to run this particular command. Of course, we have to say yes if you want to install it. And if you want to move the array, you have to use your arrow keys. Like if I click on the down arrow key, I will go like below, and if I use the top arrow key, I can go up, right? And if you want to cancel this, you can use the escape to cancel. And these are all the features you need right now. I will say yes and hit enter. You have to hit enter if you want to select a particular field. I will hit enter and it will start working on it. Now it's, as you can see, it running this particular command. That's why I am going with the Claude Code terminal instead of any GUI option, because it's way easier and way faster and way smarter than using a GUI, because it can literally control our entire computer system. Of course, with the security, because every time it is going to ask you. As you can see, while it's working, it is asking us to give us options like React compiler and all other tasks. If I want to use React compiler or not, and you can read all the stuffs and can say yes or no. In the most of the time, you should use the default option, that is the correct option. If you don't know any specific thing about that particular thing, right? I will say yes. While it's working, you can click on this Explorer button on the left side, and you will see that under YT project, you will see a new project, my project. And here all the files available, which is a template files for a Next.js project. So all of these files are now created by Claude, right? Once it's complete, we will ask Claude to run this project. So we can see that our project is initialized and working. And after that, we will do all the changes as required. As you can see, the Claude is done with creating project, and as you can see here, it written down also the project is being created. Now it's completing all the other things. And as you can see, Claude is done working on it, and it said the entire project is created. Here is the stacks, Next.js, React, TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS. To get started, you have to cd means change directly to my app and then run pnp dev. And here it added a note that the project was created in my app subfolder of a YT project, and it also added a note which you can read if you want. Now there are two ways to run this project. The first way is as Claude suggested us, to go in the particular subfolder, then run the command pnpm run dev or pnpm dev. But you can always ask Claude to run the project, and I am going to show you both options. Now by default, if you run any command here like cd or my app, then it will not run as a command, it will give as an input to Claude. If you want to run a command, you have to add this particular sign here, and then it will run as a base command. Yes, you have to add an exclamation sign by using this particular sign. Now it is not going as an input to Claude, but it will run as a base command. If I hit enter now, if you want to be sure, you can run this particular command pwd means which present working directory, and as you can see, we are in this my app directory. If these commands is looking heavy to you, don't worry, you can simply give input to Claude and Claude can do all the work you want. But I am just showing you that you can run the commands here by using this particular sign. Now if I want to run the project, I will say pnpm and then dev, and it will start running our dev server. As you can see, the server is ready on localhost 3000. Again, if I want, I can always ask Claude to run this project, and Claude will do the same thing for me. Got it? Now let's see if the project is working or not. I will copy this link, and as you can see, this one is our basic project. A Next.js template is here, means now Claude is able to create the Next.js project, so we can start from here. Now if you come here and want to give input but pnpm dev is running, you can just press Ctrl and B, and this particular thing will be go in the background, means it will keep running in the background and you can keep chatting with the Claude. Okay, so now there are a lot of things Claude can do. It can add features for you, it can fix bugs for you, it can write documentation for you, it can write test cases for you, and it can do all of the things a coder or a human engineer can do. And that's why I am going to show you a few demos. The first thing we are going to do is let's build the core feature. So you don't have to type every time. You can use just slash sign and you will get a lot of options. And if you write voice, you can enable the voice mode. Means now you can give the commands by speaking. Okay, voice model is disabled because I already enabled it. Now let's me enable it. Okay, once it is enabled, you just have to hold space for few seconds to enable this, and I am doing it right now. So I want to create a AI aggregator platform. And as you can see, the entire prompt is written, and I will just hit enter. Now it's a very classical example of building a feature. You can entirely build this feature just by writing what you want. Now while it's working, I want to show you a few options. If you want to add files for reference, maybe you are working in a particular file and want to add as a reference, you just have to add this sign, add the red sign, and after that you can name the file. For example, I want to add a gitignore file, or I want to add a public folder. In a public folder, maybe a file.svg and all other things. I can edit here. So any file you want to edit, you just have to use @ and after that you have to write the file name. For example, if I want to add the public, I will just hit enter after selecting it, and I can keep going for another options. Now it is asking me to create a route.ts file. I will say yes. And if you want to add another file, you can do the same, right? If you want to interrupt what is Claude doing right now, you can use escape. If you want to paste any screenshot, you can use Ctrl V. In the plan mode, Claude is only going to plan things for you, not going to edit files, because right now it is set in editing mode. Let me show you. For example, if I press Shift and Tab, as you can see, except edit on. Then if I go and press again Shift Tab, you can see the plan mode here, right? So you can change in the plan mode and edit mode here from here. So these are the few important keyboard shortcuts you can use. And as you can see, Claude is done working with it, and it is saying done. Here is what I was built, and you can see all the new files created by Claude here. And if you want to explore them, you can explore them. Most of the files are in the src, APIs, and in component and a lot more things. If you are someone who is a developer, you can go and check out all the files. But right now let's go and see how the app look like. And as you can see, it given the name AI Vista, not Vista. This time it bit changed it, and let's see if it is working or not. I will ask what is quantum computing, and as you can see, now I am getting 3 responses from ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. And of course, these responses are not real now because we have not added APIs keys, which we are going to do in the future lectures as we learn more about Claude Code. Of course, you can just give the APIs keys and ask Claude Code to make sure they are secure and implement the backend. You can do that if you want right now. But I am going to show you in the future lectures because I want you to learn step by step, right? So again, I can ask anything. If I click in here, hi, it will respond other things for me. Now, if you want to change something, either you can take the screenshot, maybe from here. Let's suppose I have taken a screenshot, and if you come here and you do Control V, you can see you can paste a screenshot, right? Also, if you are feeling confused or want to ask something Claude, maybe you are looking at a code in a particular file and you did not understand what Claude is written, you can always ask Claude Code to explain the code and it will do a great job for you. I hope in today's video you learn how you can use Claude for the first time, how you can use inside a ID, how you can ask your first question to Claude Code and build a real product using Claude Code. Also, there are a lot of other things like skills, slash commands, and a lot more things which I am going to cover in this series. In future videos, not only we are going to understand all the Claude Code features which are very important, but we are going to build this entire platform, deploy it, and try to get users. So this series is going to be crazy. I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring. Bye bye.